Here, here we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Might. Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone, and with Taz. And today on Dynamite, or Might, we're going to see the TWF. We're going to see the Women's World Heavyweight winnings on stake when Io Shirai takes on Rhea Ripley here today on Dynamite or Might, Michael Cole says, because Rhea Ripley wants to win back the Women's World Heavyweight winnings. Yes, she does, Tony Schiavone says. She feels that she could have beat Io Shirai or Io Sky, whatever you want to call her, if it wasn't for what Bianca Belair did in the match, Tony Schiavone said. That is her belief here, my friend. That's my belief here, Michael. Well, you could be right about that, Michael and Tony. But I tell you one thing, Taz says. We never know if Rhea Ripley would have gotten her first win over Io Shirai or Io Sky, whatever you want to call her. We'll never know if it wasn't for Bianca Belair doing what she did. Taz says, "No one get to go to the ring now." You know, sorry for that burp that came out. Alright, I can't stand up in the ring without a stand, which is shitty. I'll just lean against the rope right now. So, today is the day, Io Shirai or Io Sky or whatever you want to call yourself. Today, I'm going to win back the Women's World Heavyweight winnings. And then, I'll take care of you, Bianca Belair, so-called EST of the TWF. Then I'll take care of you, and then that will be the end of it. And then I'll once again be the women's world heavyweight fighter. You know. So why don't you get out here now, Io Shirai, or Io Sky, whatever you want to call yourself, and we can settle things. Well, now you can see Michael Cole said we got Io Shirai in the ring now, or Io Sky in the ring. Yeah, I don't really... Rhea Ripley, you seem to think you could smoothly beat me, but you never beat me all those times in WWE, and you're not going to start in the TWF. And there's no unlikeness between Io Shirai or Io Sky, except they misspelled the Hellenish borrow named Io, though. But I, the Women World Heavyweight Fighter, and you will show me on, look. Well, I will have to beat it out of you. Yeah, you and what fighting arm's gonna do that? Because as we all know, there's no way you can beat me without help. Well, looks like the match is... Stand up! Here we go. This match is for the Women World Heavyweight winnings. First, she is Rhea Ripley, and she is the TWF. She is the Women World Heavyweight Fighter, Io Shirai. Well, first off, Michael Cole says, Io Shirai has beat Rhea Ripley every time they have fought and wrestled in WWE, either be on Raw or SmackDown or even NXT. It has happened that way. Oh, Rhea Ripley just took body slammed at Io Shirai, and another body slam, Michael Cole says. That's right, Rhea Ripley has never beat Io Shirai in any matches in WWE, Tony Schiavone says, but will tonight be Rhea Ripley's lucky night, or lucky day, Tony Schiavone says. Taz says, I think that the only way that the Rhea Ripley beats Io Shirai is if she hits her with the Riptide at the right time and the right stead. Oh! And no, that was a mistake. That wasn't meant to go that way. It's time to do the Riptide. And it's hard to do the holds on the wrestlers. No need what kind of doll you have. But Taz says, hopefully that's enough to get Rhea Ripley the 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, and only a kick out. And so far it's only 2. And Rhea Ripley can't understand how that can only be a 2. After she did the Riptide to Io Shirai, Michael Cole says. Well, Tony Schiavone said you don't want to reckon Io Shirai out. I mean, she has done a lot of things. She has done a lot of things in WWE, either on NXT or Raw or SmackDown. You know, she was the former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter, former WWE Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and the Women's World Heavyweight Fighter. So she has done those things. Oh! Io Shirai down on Rhea Ripley. 1, 2, and only a kick out once again. This time Io Shirai only gets to 2. Taz says, that would always irk me when I was in the ring. No need. If that happened to be an ICCW or ECW or WWF or WWE, not in TNA or IW, and not in AEW, but always would irk me how you would do a hold of someone and then they would kick out of it. So if you choke them out, that's going to be harder. Alright, so Rhea Ripley believes that she's going to do another Riptide and going to beat but it always irked me, Taz says. But all I think is Rhea Ripley needs to do one more Riptide and I think it'll be done. Oh! That's it. Ding, ding, ding. The winner of this match by a throw out, Io Shirai. How did that happen, Michael Cole says. How did the match get thrown out? I do not know, Tony Schiavone says. The only thing I can come up with is that when Rhea Ripley gave Io Shirai the Riptide, or whatever the English word would be for that, she knocked the Fight Lord down by mistake. And I think the Fight Lord took that as not a mistake or not a mishap, but took it as is. Rhea Ripley meant to do it, and that's why she threw out the match. Tony Schiavone said, whoa. Well, anyway, Michael Cole says, as we do know, a strap cannot shake hands on a throw out or a reckoning out. So that means Io Shirai is still Women's World Heavyweight Fighter, even if Rhea Ripley doesn't like that. And even if Bianca Belair doesn't like that, Michael Cole says. Well, you gotta believe that it was a mistake, Tony Schiavone says, and that Rhea Ripley never meant to knock the Fight Lord down, or you say the Fight Keeper. You know, you gotta see that as a mistake. Tony Schiavone said, yeah, and I do see that as a mistake, Michael Cole says, but the Fight Lord didn't see it as a mistake or a mishap. Taz says, Rhea Ripley got fucked. That's what she did. She got screwed. That's what happened. Taz says, that's what happened. And knowing Rhea Ripley, Michael and Tony, she will be angry over this, irked over this, wretched over this. And she will bitch until she feels someone makes it right. We got her back. Daniel Bryan, I need to see you now. I want to see you now. So come out here. The only offshoot we have to Adam Pearce and Nick Ambus and Ava Raine and Santina Morella and Christopher Daniels. You saw what happened in the match? Yeah, I did. You had a riptide. You knocked a Fight Lord down. It was a mistake. It was a mishap. Well, the Fight Keeper didn't see it that way, Rhea. She didn't see it as a mistake or a mishap. You know. So the match got thrown out. I won another match with Io Shirai for Women World Heavyweight winnings. Well, you had your say. You had it. Now you got to go in the back of the row and let some other woman wrestler or woman fighter or woman overstar have their shot. As we can tell, Rhea Ripley is not happy about this. All right, take it away, Jim Ross. Thank you, Michael. Okay, too far away. Fuck. And up. Take it away, Jim Ross. Thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Rhea Ripley here today on Dynamite or Might. Rhea, things didn't quite go the way you wanted them to go. Oh, Jim Ross, I got screwed. You know, I didn't mean to knock down the Fight Keeper by mistake or by mishap. It was Wakefulness's mistake. And thanks to that, I'm not a two-time Women World Heavyweight fighter. Well, Rhea Ripley, it looks like that's not. But the main overseer of the TWF, Daniel Bryan, told you you had to go in the back of the row and yield for some other wrestler or fighter to do it. This is not over, Jim Ross. I will be the Women World Heavyweight fighter once again. It will happen. Bianca Belair, she made me lose to Io Shirai. And thanks to some mishap or mistake, Io Shirai is still the Women World Heavyweight fighter. But not for long. I will get it back, one way or the other. Well, that's my talk with Rhea Ripley. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Rhea Ripley here today on Dynamite or Mike. And that's all the time we have here. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.